I would say my favorite animal is a Rhodesian Ridgeback dog, which is what I had for 13 years. There's just something about that breed and everything that I love. I also tend towards lions. Hey guys, I'm so happy that you loved the last Q&A videos I did. Thank you so much for all of your questions and your comments. And a lot of you have requested another series of Q&A videos, so that's what I'm doing today. I haven't heard your questions yet. My producer Laura will be off camera asking me them, so I look forward to hearing them. And this will be cut up into a bunch of different videos like last time. And I look forward to hearing your comments, okay? The best part about being a mom is that it's hard for me to even remember kind of who I was before I was a mother. I can't even imagine my life without my daughter. So it's kind of weird for me. So in a way, it's like when I became a mother, I was born, and that's a really, really powerful thing. So for me, that's kind of the only thing I can. It's just it's such a massive like magnitude of change that's happened. And I think for me, that's kind of the only thing I can say is like, when I became a mother, I woke up. What makes me laugh really hard is my husband. He's the funniest person I've ever known in my life. And we just have a blast together. And my kid, she's super funny. She loves when I hold up her clothes and do like a mock like showroom. My daughter loves when I do that. She loves when I just hold up the clothes and like model them. I talk about the fabric. I talk about the make and model and the whole thing. It's so funny. She just loves it. And she loves trying on all of her clothes. And then she runs around in them and she loves pink. And I'm like, I wear black or white, literally. I'm either wearing like a white t-shirt or a black t-shirt, white or black jeans and sneakers most of the time. And she loves dresses and all this stuff. So I'm like, okay, cool, right on. So we'll do fashion shows. We just did one yesterday. And I have a little song that I sing to her that's like a fashion show, like, while we're doing it. It's so much fun. It's hard to pick just one, but I mean, naturally, the first thing I go to is obviously cooking, because that was the way that we connected, was over food and cooking and things like that. And the entire family congregating in the kitchen is something that I grew up doing. It was always in the kitchen around food. And that's kind of what we did. And that's something that, even in my home, I love the kitchen being like the center of the entire hangout space because that's where I grew up hanging out. It's really important. You communicate with food. Food is a very, it's such a beautiful, sensual thing. It's like awakens all the senses. It's bonding with people. You laugh, you cry, you share experiences and stories and grow up around this kind of environment in your house, the kitchen and food and everything. It's just such a part of who I am. And a lot of that was because of my mother, for sure. Totally. I would love to make a cookbook for kids. That'd be so much fun. My daughter is always in the kitchen with me and I'll be cooking and she'll run over and she'll be like, up, please. Cause I'm like, what's the magic word? Please. And then, I'll pick her up and I'll be cooking. She knows when I'm making oatmeal. She knows when I'm making the perfect hard-boiled egg. She knows whenever I'm doing, like now we're really big into watermelon because it's summertime, which is why I just did that watermelon video for you guys. But she's always wanting to be in the kitchen. And I would love to do a children's book that like teaches kids how to cook and not only teaches kids how to cook, but the importance of knowing where your food comes from and the importance of, eating organic and sourcing fresh, sourcing local farmers, really supporting local farmers and that sustainability and just educating kids on that and just being connected with nature. That too is huge. Like not just the cooking, but where it comes from, the soil that it's grown in, go to the farm where, if they're eating meat, like go to a farm and see a dairy farm, a real like dairy farm, how it's supposed to be done. And, see the cows grazing on grass and the chickens in the pasture. Like all that stuff is really important. And a lot of kids don't see that, especially kids, in, New York, which is why there's all these wonderful programs those gardens in like school rooftops or in a class or whatever. They have like little areas because being connected to nature is so critical. It's in our DNA, so there's something about when you're connected to that and when you know where your food comes from, it's how it's like, in my opinion, how it's supposed to be, That is a really great question because I struggle with mom guilt all the time. I asked you guys, in terms of motherhood, what do you think is not being talked about and what do you think should be? And I cannot tell you for you guys who wrote about it, but for everyone else, I got so many comments about mom guilt. I can't even tell you. And it's because it's so true. After I had my daughter, I went back to work at 6 weeks. And then when she was 4 months old, that's when I went and directed my next episode of Orange. And the mom guilt is really, really strong. And with the mom guilt, for me, it's about making a very clear decision where it's like, when I'm going to work, I'm going to work and be present, and I'm fully going to own that decision. And then when I'm home with my kid, I'm going to fully be present and be with my kid. There were many times when I was trying to be with her and work at the same time, where I'm like fielding phone calls or trying to send out emails while so I've been trying to do both. And when you do that, you're not even present with your kid anyway. So my thing is, now I make this decision where I'm like, I'm going to be at work and I'm just going to fully be there. And of course I miss my family when I'm at work, but I know that she'd be proud if she knew what I was doing and that I was making this decision for myself and my career. Then when I'm home with her, there's no work. Like, unless there's a very important deadline that Ben and I will kind of take shifts on, like, if we have deadlines for something, one of us will leave the room and go work in the other room while the other one is with our daughter. So, but whoever is the parent that is there, you are fully present. You're not on your phone. You're not trying to field phone calls. You're not trying to work, because then it's like quality over quantity. And that's one thing that's really helped me in terms of mom guilt, is just the quality of time whenever you decide to do something has helped me a lot. And I'm not saying that it's fully gone away, but it's something that has definitely helped me. And it is making those clear decisions and then just sticking to it. Thank you guys so much for all of your questions. We're going to cut this up in a few different videos. So subscribe to my channel and turn on notifications so you can know when we post a new one. Thanks so much for watching, and see you guys next time.